missing tonight would do anything for. It's been 23 years since another young girl disappeared from her home in Shelby. Her name, you probably know it by now, Asha Degree. Her family last saw her sleeping in her bedroom on February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2000. They haven't seen her since. The 9-year-old's disappearance shook the rural community, and the mystery lingers to this day. Despite a massive effort to find her, including help from the FBI, Asha, known as Cleveland County's sweetheart, is still missing.
Has there ever been a person of interest, a suspect that you guys have really focused in on, or are there multiple people?
Well, that seems to be the issue with this. There are multiple people of interest that we've looked at over the years and continue to look at, and new names still arise.
I don't believe she's dead. I've never believed it from day one. If it's not 99.9, I'm not gonna believe it.
Forward and the years go by. Tomorrow is Asha Degree's birthday. She will turn 33 years old. With her birthday coming up, WBTV photojournalist Gregory Simpson recently spoke with Asha's mother and the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office, who have never abandoned hope of finding Asha alive.
February 14, 2001, Asha's lived with her parents, her mom and dad, and her brother. On the morning of February 14, 2000, Asha's mom got up to wake the kids up to get them ready for school on a Monday morning, which was Valentine's Day. They realized Asha was gone. Investigators at the time had reason to believe that she took some items with her out of the house, and that she left the house and walked south on Highway 18 toward the city of Shelby. The State Bureau of Investigation was called in, the FBI was called in. They searched for her for days, from what I understand. Hundreds of searchers logged in to help with the search on foot, on horseback, on four-wheelers, and aircraft was called in, and dogs, and they found no sign of her. August of 2001, some workers were about to build a house. They were building a road from Highway 18 in Morganton or in Burke County to get to a site where a house was going to be built. And while they were digging, the driveway, they found her book bag. Her name was in the book bag. It was identified as hers, and that started another search in 2001 all along that area, and still nothing was found other than her belongings.
Even if you think what you know may not be of help, let us decide.
And in 2017, we brought in the FBI's CARD team, where basically they came in and brought a whole team of investigators along with us for about 10 days, and we basically recreated a crime scene just like it just happened. Went back and tried to rebuild that case from that point. Interviewed, I would say, 200 to 300 people. So those interviews led to other interviews, and we started to track all the tips that we got in. So in 2015, we started tracking those, and at this point, we're getting close to 500 tips. It's a variety of things. Some of the tips are repetitive, where it's information we've already got. Some tips that come in may be repetitive, but have a new piece of information we haven't heard before. So we track those down, we follow up on everything, every call that's come in. We have people that research this case, on the internet. They see something, they'll see a post or something on Facebook or a website. They'll call in or email and say, hey, you might want to look at this. So different things like that. And obviously we try to keep the case at the forefront of the media, just like what you guys are doing, and that generates a lot of tips and information.
Me and my husband and my son is not going to give up until we have closure, because we still think she's alive. Never thought it would be 23 years. 23 years ago when this happened, never thought it would still be 23 years later and we know nothing. There's days I don't want to get out of my bed, but I think about, I have a 33-year-old son, I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I have a husband. If I don't move, what's to stop them from moving? That can cause them to stop moving, and I can't be responsible for that. I don't think I could handle that. It's been a roller coaster. Up, downs, highs, lows. Of course, life had to keep going on. Every time they found another child, which all we have is hope. So every time that any of y'all report that another child has been found, that just gives me more hope that, because I still think she's alive. And I just believe that if God had her soul, he would let us know, that he wouldn't let us suffer this long if he's already got her. So until they prove me wrong, I'm gonna believe that she's still alive.
We still believe that someone out there's got a piece of information that can help us break this case. People keep secrets, and I think that somebody has a secret. They need to tell it. 23 years goes a long time, but everybody remembers this case, not just in this community, but I think across the state, people remember the name Asha Degree. We've tried to keep it alive, but for this community in general, it's basically the largest case, especially with the sheriff's office, that's ever been worked here. And it's not been solved, so it's in everybody's hearts and minds. You know, they called Asha Shelby's sweetheart, and we still sort of, you know, keep that in the back of our minds. We want to bring her home. And for me personally, I think about her parents. I always put myself in their place. You know, how would you feel if you woke up and your 9-year-old daughter was missing? You know, you want to find an answer. If you can't bring her home, you want to know an answer.
Yeah, we're all thinking of her family, especially with Asha's birthday tomorrow. Tell us your thoughts. You can connect with us on Instagram and Twitter using the hashtag OYS Tonight. You can also scan the QR code to get to our mobile menu.